Our Earth is made up of a wide variety of life-supporting components. One of the most important components is soil. Soil of good quality is soil that contains balanced elements. However, various activities carried out by humans have caused the quality of the soil to degrade and even become dangerous. One of the activities that destroy the soil is mining. Mining is the activity of dredging soil to extract certain beneficial contents. Now let's look at one of the largest mining sectors in Indonesia, namely coal mining. Coal is formed from. The many benefits of coal make this commodity so attractive that the number of coal mining centers is increasing. Recorded from 2012 to 2019, the amount of Indonesian coal production was above 400 million tons per year. Then, how can the land be damaged by coal mining? As we discussed earlier, that soil contains elements whose composition is balanced. Naturally, the soil contains various metal elements. The dominant metal elements are silicon, aluminium, iron, calcium, natrium, kalium, and magnesium. These metals generally include metals that have a specific gravity of less than 5 grams per centimeter cubic or are not heavy metals. Meanwhile, the metals that are usually not too much in the ground are heavy metals. This metals has a specific gravity of more than 5 grams per centimeter cubic, atomic numbers 22 to 92 located in the period 4 to 7 in a periodic table, and has a high affinity for the sulfur, so that it makes heavy metal bond. Excess amount of heavy metals, cause of contamination in the soil. The heavy metal elements who have potential to cause pollution in the environment are iron, arsenic, cadmium, lead, mercury, manganese, nickel, chromium, zinc, and copper. Because these elements are more extensively used as well as their high levels of toxicity. Meanwhile, the United States Environment Protection Agency lists heavy metals which are the main dangerous pollutants, namely antimony, silver, beryllium, cadmium, chromium, copper, lead, mercury, nickel, strontium, these which are essential micronutrients for plants, but if the amount is too large it will be toxic to plants. The presence of toxins in the soil, especially when the metal has accumulated and has exceeded the critical limit in the soil. Then, how can the land be damaged by coal mining? In the coal processing process, it will produce solid or liquid waste that contains a lot of heavy metals from the coal content. From time to time the waste settles in the ground and causes the soil around the mine to contain dangerous heavy metals. Now let's look at an illustration when we grow bananas in soil that is high in heavy metals. Heavy metals will participate in the nutrients absorbed by bananas for growth. Then the heavy metal becomes the content of the banana tree. When the fruit is eaten by humans, heavy metals will enter the human body. If this happens continuously, at certain concentrations, the heavy metals contained in the human body will cause various diseases such as skin cancer, miscarriage, liver damage, brain disorders. Then what are the ways we can do to solve this problem? The way that can be done is the first to use the phytoremediation method. Phytoremediation is defined as the leaching of pollutants mediated by plants, including trees, grasses and aquatic plants. These plants are resistant to heavy metals. Examples of hyperaccumulated plants is spinach. When we plant these plants will absorb heavy metals in the soil and water along with nutrients, so that the heavy metal content in the soil will decrease. It can also be done by using organic materials, such as manure or compost. This is because the organic groups in the fertilizer bind metal cations. Thus, there is a decrease in the content of heavy metals in the soil, presumably because heavy metals are bound by organic complexes.